Hello friends and dear students. This is Dr.SUDHA Behura, HOD Environmental Science, Raghunath Jew College. Today I am going to discuss in this video regarding municipal solid waste and how we will manage it or how we can manage it. Okay, so let us discuss. So in this video we will learn about what do we mean by solid waste, then about the municipal solid waste in India, then what the municipal solid waste comprises of, that is composition of municipality solid waste, then characteristics of municipal solid waste, then the major stakeholders in the management of municipal solid waste, then sources of solid waste generation, means from where the solid waste is generating in municipalities, then impact of municipal solid waste generated without proper management. Okay, then how we can, or this huge quantity of waste can be managed. Then we will provide some conclusion and recommendations for the public. So municipality means what? First, before going to the topic, we will discuss about what is municipality. So municipality is a single administrative division having corporate states and powers of self-government or jurisdiction as granted by national and regional laws. The term is derived from French word municipalite, and the English word municipality derives from the Latin word municipium, that is duty holders. Okay, and Odisha has total 114 urban local bodies, that is we are calling it or abbreviated as ULBs, and they are categorized as municipal corporation, that is total 5 municipal corporations we have in our state, and municipalities 48, and the number of notified area councils 61. Okay, so if we will add all this, then it gives you the total urban local bodies, that is 114. So a huge amount of solid waste is generated from all these municipalities, and solid waste generated from municipalities is commonly known as trash or garbage in the United States. So these solid waste generated is termed in different name in different countries. For example, in United States this is called as trash or garbage. In Britain it is known as refuse or rubbish. Okay, and municipal solid waste includes what it includes. Suppose in the municipalities wastes are generated, so what it includes, generally it includes commercial and residential waste, because in municipalities residents are there. Okay, and some commercial organizations are there, so waste will be generated from these organizations. And so the nature of this waste generated is basically of solid or semi-solid in nature. Then quantity of waste produced all over the world is more than 12 billion tons approximately. So if we will take the example of our Cuttack district in Odisha, so Cuttack is one of the oldest and major cities in India and the former capital of the state, as we all know. Then Cuttack Municipality Corporation was established as a municipality in 4th June 1876, and this corporation covers an approximate area of 192.5 square kilometer with a population above 14 lakh 54,328. Okay, so there are some factors which adds or takes responsible to increase the problem. What are these factors? So the first and foremost factor is your population explosion. Okay, so you know that the population of our country, of our state, even if of every district is increasing day by day. The major reason behind it may be, we can say, urbanization, because people in search of job, employment, in search of good educational facilities, in search of good medical facilities, they are migrating from rural places to urban places. And the changing lifestyle, then household consumption pattern, development in the field of science and technology, economic condition, then lack of enforcement of legislation. We have different types of legislations, but we need to implement it. Okay, so the lack of awareness, because some people are there, they don't at all aware about what are the solid waste, how it affects our life. Okay, then another is public attitude. This is the most important factor responsible to increase the problem of the solid waste, because we never adopt a good habit. For example, throw the litters in the dustbin. We generally have the habit to throw the litters here and there where we like. This is the major problem. Then in India, solid waste is often referred as third pollution after air and water. Okay, and current annual generation is estimated to be around 2 lakh tons, which will rise rapidly with population growth and all other related factors to around 8 lakh tons by 2030. Okay, and by also the 2030, the third, India will occupy the third place. Okay, after Japan and Russia. And if we will classify the solid waste, taking into different aspects according to their properties, solid waste generated from the municipalities is divided into biodegradable and bio-non-degradable waste. Biodegradable means the substances those are degradable with the help of microbes naturally. That is biodegradable substances. And bio-non-degradable means there are some types of solid waste, those are not at all be degradable by the microbes. For example, you can say polythenes, okay, plastics, so many things are there. So according to their effect on human health, it is categorized into hazardous and non-hazardous. And some also, according to their origin, it is classified into municipal solid waste, medical solid waste, industrial waste, agricultural waste, radioactive waste, e-waste. Then there are some sources of solid waste generation, basically in the urban bodies, so from household, urban areas, commercial industry, horticulture, institutional, construction, road sweeping. The solid waste generates, and major deficiencies are littering of waste due to unorganized primary collection, then provision for storage facility is unsatisfactory, and irregular garbage lifting, transportation system is not proper, then processing or treatment of municipal solid waste is not practiced properly. These are the major deficiencies in the solid waste management aspect of our state, particularly of our municipality corporations. Then impact, what impact it put on the human being or ecosystem or our environment. So it affects our health, it affects our coastal and marine environment, affect our climate, affects our socio-economic condition, affect our scenic beauty. So if we will analyze the composition and characterization of solid waste generated from the municipalities, then basically as a whole in India, it is 40%. It comprises 40% food and garden waste, 5% glass and ceramics, 3% metal, 15% inert, 4% plastic or rubber, 6% textile, 27% paper. Okay, then in these materials total your if we will see here, then the major problem arises due to the plastic bags and glass bottles. Okay, so you can see here plastic bags they take a minimum of 1 million years to degrade. Okay, 1 million years is not a very small time period. And glass bottles, it is undetermined how much time it will take for its complete degradation, it is not yet calculated. So a typical waste management system in India, if we will review, we will see the past, then waste generation and it comprises different aspects like waste generation and storage, segregation, reuse, recycle at the household level, the primary waste collection and transport to a station or community bin, then street sweeping and cleaning up public places, secondary collection and transport to the waste disposal site, then waste disposal in landfills. These are the general practices adopted in the waste management system in India and also in our state, but it is very poor, we can say, in our state, that is nowadays under progress. So there are some major stakeholders who are responsible in the management of municipal solid waste. So out of which some important bodies are Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Ministry of Urban Development, then Central and State Pollution Control Boards, Department of Urban Development, state level nodal agency, urban local bodies, then private formal and informal sectors, then NGOs, and at last the public. They play one important role in the municipal solid waste management. So, what should be our role in municipal solid waste management? If we will always try to blame our government, that is not a fact. So, we have also some role for municipal solid waste management. Okay, because we have learned about Article 48A, 51 SG, means if a citizen has some fundamental duties to safeguard its environment, forest and wildlife. Okay, so to manage the environment is our foremost duty. So solid waste management is the process of collection, transportation and disposal of waste in a systematic, economic and hygienic manner. The main objectives of the solid waste management is to minimize waste generation, to maximize the collection efficiency of waste, to reduce the volume of waste requiring disposal and maximize the economic value of waste, the develop and adopt environmentally sound treatment and disposal methods. And some engineered system for solid waste management can also be adopted, which is very much adopted in foreign countries and in also in other countries. So waste collection into dustbins, on-site handling, storage and processing, then transportation, then processing, then disposal. Then what are the proper steps of solid waste disposal? So open dumping, landfilling, incineration, composting, pyrolysis, gasification, plasma gasification. These are some common techniques adopted for solid waste disposals in many parts of the municipality corporations of our countries. Okay, so we should adopt waste hierarchy. Okay, in management process, that is known as 4 R's. Okay, 4 R's means R, 1 R is for refuse, one another for reuse, then recycle, reduce. If we can adopt these 4 R's in our day-to-day life, then we can say the solid waste management problem will be solved up to a maximum percentage. Okay, so the major management aspect is to adopt these 4 R techniques. Okay, so there are some laws also which support in waste management system, some of which are Environmental Protection Act 1986, Hazardous Waste Rule 1989, Waste Management Act 1996, Biomedical Waste Rule 1998, Municipal Solid Waste Rule 2000, Solid Waste Policy in India 2006, Solid Waste Management Rules 2016, Construction and Demolition Waste Management Rules 2016, Biomedical Waste Management Rules 2016, and e-waste means electronic waste, like the waste generated from your maybe mobile waste part, your television waste parts, means we can say electronic waste. Okay, so e-waste management rules 2016. Then what should be our concluding remarks? So, throwing solid waste here and there creates severe damage to the aquatic animals, and cow and other animals face great trouble when they directly eat those from the open dumping spot. It creates blockage in the drain and water systems, which ultimately reduces water flow, causing problem in sewage system, particularly in rainy season. Hence, we should promise today by taking an oath that we all have some duties for our environment to make it safe and pollution free. At last but not the least, it is our responsibilities to create awareness among people all about the process related to solid waste and help in making our environment beautiful. So some of our recommendations to the public is the involvement of people and private sector through NGOs could improve the efficiency of municipal solid waste management. Public awareness should be created especially at school level. Then littering of solid waste should be prohibited in cities, towns and urban areas, and also on the soil surface during any festival or fairground. The collection bins must have a large enough capacity to accommodate 20% more than the expected waste generation in the area. So at last, thank you friends, thank you students, and adopt 4R technologies and save our Mother Earth from solid waste. Thank you all. Wish your colorful future. If you really like the video, then please press the like button and do share and subscribe. Thank you.